So I'm trying to get this thing done quick, fast, slick like glass. This is the gun to do it. Believe it or not, your sanding grit and your final sanding grit, which you end with before paint, will have a dramatic difference in how smooth your paint job is. Speedokote Finish Network. All right, guys, we are back with another $200 paint job. Now, just a disclaimer for the people that don't have a whole lot of brain activity going on up in there. $200 paint job, that is material cost only for DIY reference. This is not 1974, and I'm not Earl Scheib. No, you cannot get your car painted for $99.95.
For 4 full years. Remember, free polyurethane this week only at Earl Scheib's.
Right. I'll paint any car for just $99.95.
Man, he was a trip with his ads. His ads were funny, but yeah, keep dreaming. So anyways, we got this here drift nugget. We're gonna go ahead and get some paint on it. It was brought to me fully prepped. I was told just to spray it. We wiped it down, wax and grease remover, cleaned it. We're just shooting the paint. That's all we're doing. Pretty easy mask job. Just masked off the whole front, took the hood off. Everything's pretty much off. So this is it. We're gonna go ahead, mix up the paint, load it up in the gun. We got the MV1. So I'm trying to get this thing done quick, fast, slick like glass. This is the gun to do it. Push down the paint fast and smooth. So I'll catch you guys in about 5 minutes when I get all this mixed up. So I've had some people complain over the years about single stage and I can't get it right, I can't get it smooth enough, or I get runs and this and that. I will tell you, some single stages can be temperamental. I will say the Speedokote single stage, it lays out the smoothest and the glossiest. However, it can be a little bit temperamental at times when it comes to sags and runs and things like that. You really got to put the paint on just right to get it, you know, to get it nice. And what I tell people is especially with this stuff, you know, set your air pressure down, you know, I'd say about probably about 15 to 20 psi. You don't need a crazy amount of pressure to spray this product because it's thinned out just right to where it's made to spray right. So It's not like your thick, chunky, eBay acrylic enamel, freaking syrup single stages. This stuff is thinned out, refined, and ready to spray out of the can. Okay, there's engineering and research behind these products. So set your air pressure down, find a comfortable gun distance, find a comfortable PSI. First coat, as you guys saw, was kind of like a light coat, just to kind of introduce the paint into the surface. The first coat, you never want to wet out the first coat. First coat, if you wet out the first coat, you're going to get runs, all kinds of problems. Then you let that set up real nice, okay? Then, once it sets up real nice and starts to dry, come behind it with a second medium wet coat, as you guys can see we're doing right here. And you do that, you'll get good results every time. And if you want to go a third coat, let your second coat flash off a little longer than you did your first. Because remember, you got all that solvent build up. And then if you want to do a third coat, I would recommend a third coat with single stage. And you'll get glass results every time.
It's one of the best scientific minds we have today.
So there you guys have it. $200 paint job. What can I say? It's just like a lot of the other, $100 to $200 paint jobs. It's a 5-footer. Looks great from 5 feet away. Yeah, obviously the car was bound to be prepped. I would have rather went over it with 400 and 600 to get a little bit of a smoother finish. Believe it or not, your sanding grit and your final sanding grit, which you end with before paint, will have a dramatic difference in how smooth your paint job is. However, being it was brung to me prepped, I didn't do any prep to it. All we did was wipe it down, tape it up, and spray it. I am very happy with the job. Very, very happy with it for a quick, cheap scratch and spray. As far as the paint, man, I gotta say, the single stage Speedo Select paints, they're so easy to use. Like you guys saw the first coat, it was like a dust coat. This is the only single stage I've ever used in my whole life that you can actually dust coat it and spray it like a base coat. Your second coat, come in, put it on a little wetter, and it's super glossy. Any other single stage out there, you try and do light coats, you're gonna have crazy orange peel. Not the Speedokote stuff. This stuff, you can spray it light, you can spray it wet. It is so user friendly. It doesn't matter how you spray it. It just always flows out, lays out smooth. Love this stuff. I mean, even with subpar prep, guys, this is only 2 coats of paint. 2 coats of paint, the first coat being light, the second coat being a medium wet. And I mean, this is the finish we got. It's not perfect. It's got some, you know, dust in it, and it does have a little bit of orange peel, you know, but not bad. It's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you guys are looking for the most affordable, user-friendly auto body products in the world, head on over to www.speedokote.com. They have everything you need, start to finish, to get your projects done. Like, subscribe, new videos every week.